What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday night. Let's see. Did I do everything right? Oh, I forgot to resize this. Let's switch that over. All right. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday. I had a very nice, relaxing one, which was a pleasant day for me. Except for this morning. So, after church, we're building a tiny playground. We had like basically an old playground donated, and I busted my ankle on one of those giant metal pieces. Thank God, it's got like a padding on it, but it's like a solid piece of metal. And I busted my ankle on it, so I was like, so other than that, pretty good day. Actually, I take that back. Forgot about this morning. So APT kept me up till 1:30 in the morning, and just driving me bananas. So I didn't get a lot of sleep. The second half of the day was really good. It was all up. It was all downhill from there. I don't know, whatever. Improved from there. So didn't get a lot of sleep. And then first thing I wake up to is Panda unfortunately got very sick overnight and just absolutely blew out her sleeping area. So that was a fun thing to wake up to. Handles, bro. I know, man. Dude. They better, for all the connectivity issues you're having, they better hook you up with a retake, man. Because that's so beyond not cool. Let me see here. What am I doing? Hang on. Got Windows all out of whack. So I haven't actually thinking about just trying to retake the exam handles because I wanted to see what the new exam was like so I could give people guidance on it. So are they doing multiple machine sets now? Oh, thanks, man. I need to go. So I finally have a new setup going. This thing is actually really badass. This tool, Streamer Bot. And so I've got new stuff coming for it. The alerts will be much crisper. I'll be able to control them a little bit better. I could do fun stuff in OBS with it. So, but thanks for the reset, dude. Gotcha. Let's remove these out of here. Let's get started. What are we going to work on tonight? Oh, we were going to double check the ADCS stuff, actually. Oh, okay. About to turn off resets. I still appreciate it, man. Dude, let me tell you this, Handle. So the second time, so for everybody watching, Handles is taking his OSCP right now. The best advice I'd give you is I scanned much less and did far better my second attempt and passed it. So don't try to scan too much because you'll get lost in the noise. See if you can do like kind of detailed, not detailed, but like pinpoint targeted scans of what you're doing, and then just do more of them. Now, granted, I had the old version where it was 5 completely disconnected machines, and one of them was the buffer overflow, so you were pretty much guaranteed the points from that. So, a quick question, Handles. Are you testing from a virtual machine? And you're connected over a VPN, right? Windows host using VMware VM. Okay. Double check your NAT settings in VMware and make sure that that virtual machine isn't connected to a NATed network. Make sure it's bridged to your home network. That might help with some of those connectivity issues. Oh, okay. Dude, that's God, such a beatdown. So the Proctor software wasn't that bad whenever I took it because my first attempt, it was before they did proctoring. The second attempt was when they did have proctoring, and it wasn't so bad. I don't remember. I think I got disconnected one time, but not like what you got. Yeah, that's how they did it. I think I want to say it was browser based, and basically it would just capture your entire desktop and it would stream it to them. So let's set that. Right. Go ahead and get our system shell here real quick. Yeah, that's some BS that they're trying to say, oh, it's because you have 2 monitors. Everybody who's taking the OSCP, I guarantee you, has at least 2 monitors. That's some bogusness, man. There's a reason why we joke that OffSec trademark shouldn't be try harder, it should be pay harder. Yeah, cool. So we did get all of our ADCS methods set up. Nice. They have a live chat, and that was really helpful. Well, that's good. At least they had somebody down there that was, helpful with it. So we have find certificate authority and find vulnerable template. So that's what we got. Okay. Anything else in ADCS now that we know? Not really. Actually, take that back. There's something we might be able to do with ADCS in here. He asked me if I had an antivirus on the maybe doing it. I told him no, I write malware. I don't even have Defender on. If you're not testing on your own machine, are you even a malware author? Dude, I'm heartbroken for you, bro, because I know you've been gearing up so hard for that damn exam. It's in. I mean, I want you, if nothing else, take solace in this. Oh yeah, I bet, man. Dude, I was rabid after I finished my first exam because I failed it because I overlooked a very glaring issue, and I realized what that was at the end of it. But also, I probably could have squeaked by with a pass if I had remembered to take screenshots of a certain thing. And I'm going through and I'm doing my report so I can at least figure out how I did. And I realized I was missing these screenshots, and oh my god, I was so angry. Some bogusness. So the one good thing about the RTO, one of the good things, I'd say one good thing, many of the good things about this is the exam is done, I believe, over 4 days. You have a 48-hour window to finish the exam, and in that you have, wait, is that right? No, correction. You have 4 days, so 96 hours, and in that 96 hours, you can use 48 hours of basically lab time to do the exam. It's a far more sane approach than the 24-hour marathon that is offset. All right, so we just did a couple of very basic ones here. Find multiple templates. Actually, yeah, let's do something here real quick. Let's find local certificates. Because if they have local certificates, we can actually be able to steal those. That's how the OSV should be. 24 hours is ridiculous. I blinked and it was dark. Yeah, dude, I know. I feel you, man. Dude, I've been there. I can commiserate with you. I don't have any great advice to give you, unfortunately, because this seemed like it was a technological failing. Call this one check local certificates. Or check local certs. And this one, actually, we're going to use seatbelt. Tech failing led me to get distracted and miss basic stuff. Oh, dude, yeah. Dude, I understand, man. It's such a beatdown too, because it's exceptionally frustrating whenever you're doing everything you can, and you know it's still like just eating shit and not working. Change this. Certificates. There we go. Oh, I need to change this. We're going to register this command. Look for. Check for local use of certificates. I did that wrong. So, because one thing I forgot, I'm looking through stuff we've already worked on, but I forgot for ADCS, if you get onto a system, and let's say you privesc, you've got system, you can then start like dumping local certificates from it. And that's actually something I kind of overlooked the first time I went through this. I looked at it and I read through it, but at the same time I was like, I want to kind of chill on this. Got burned out, took a long break, and then sick. Oh, dude, I understand, man. Sometimes shit just happens. it's one of those things like, you know, hey, we can't plan for every eventuality. I mean, you gotta remember, because like when I have been streaming only like a month, remember, I got really sick and I had to cancel like over half of my streams, and that was pissing me off because I was really determined to try and keep a stable schedule on the streams. And so it was a kind of a mental beatdown to like have to start canceling so many, like as I felt as I was just getting started. This is my dedicated study time. Something here. Actually, I need to do this. We're going to set up a usage for this. Actually, we don't even need a usage for this. Yeah, because this is just going to be running one single command. I can hear the APTs up. But thankfully, so is my wife still. She can go deal with them. Actually, I do want to put something in here real quick. I want to put another note in here. So let me put a note in here because we can export certs with this command. There we go. Awesome. So the reason I didn't do more with these vulnerable templates and we just did a finder for it is because the commands to do this, they can get a little funky. And so, well, actually, let's revisit them real quick. Now, because this is not so complicated, I'm going to worry about creating a special system for it. I'm going to let this just chill. So, Handles, the main thing I want you to think about this right now, bro, is, you know, hey, shit didn't go the way you wanted. Just plan the next attack. There's always going to be a next attack. There are very rarely once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. Very, very rarely. They buy a lab extension. Dude, how much do they charge, and what's the time frame you get for the lab extension? Out of curiosity. So it's about $360 for 30 days. Damn. I mean, one of the good things is you get unlimited time in the lab, though, right? You can, you're not limited to a certain amount of time, right? Yeah. Okay. Because then that was one thing that's different about the Red Team Ops course is you're given a time frame for your lab to be active and a number of hours you can utilize. Gotcha. Okay, I can kind of understand the price for that then. Hey, Panda. Are you feeling better? I hope so. 200 reverts a day? Like crap. If you're crashing a box 200 times, that's pretty bad. Right, here's our GPO abuse methods. Let's see. Finding modifiable GPOs. Did that. We made a convert from SID, but it's not like we really need that command in here. We also made an alias for sharp GPO abuse. Oh, you know what we can do? Actually, this alias here, we can go fix this up real fast, because this is using our old pattern, where it's not reading the positional parameters. Let's go do that. What is this? This is line 738. Let me go grab a copy of code up here. Here we go. And let's go back down to line 738. Because this one right here will just take all the arguments passed to it and it will concatenate them together and then throw them into here. So we can just pass in $arg. So it gets the size of the array for the arguments, takes out the very first thing, which is the beacon ID, and then basically concatenates the rest of them together. And then bam. That way we don't have to wrap everything in double quotes. There we go. Hey Oreo, what's up, dude?
I'm back, baby.
Hey, spoiler. Yeah, I think that might be the understatement of the century, Oreo. Let's see. So what options, what things do we have here for our GPO? So we had find vulnerable GPOs. Let's take a look at this command here. So we get the domain GPO, we get the object ACLs with their GUIDs, and then we see if we have anything that has create child or write property to. And actually, this is something we need to adjust right here. Remember this, because this is actually, damn it. This was something else we found in one of the other functions that I overlooked initially. This is going to be the domain SID right here. So we need to modify that, which I think the way we did that, this is line 712. We did it with domain users. Yeah, but when we did that, we had to pass it to... I remember this, because to make this work, we had to pass all this to a callback, and I didn't want to pass all this crap to a callback. Let's see, do I really want to mess with this for that? Now, let's see what else we can do with this. We're 712. I think that's where we were. Here we go. So actually, I want to see something real quick. Do we have this listed anywhere else in the environment in the code? Because this is the domain security identifier right here. We have it listed in 2 spots. Okay. Oh, so I only had that in here as an example. Okay. So now we just have it left in this one spot right here. You know what? This is actually so small. We could do the trick with it. And then basically what we do is we're going to create a callback subroutine. This is going to get passed. This is going to be moved into the callback. So let's do that real fast here. So what we'll do is we'll make a subroutine underscore. We'll call it underscore callback. We'll set this out, and then that's going to move up here. And then actually, so is this one right here. And then we're going to add in one little extra feature where we're going to log the output to the beacon, and $2 now is going to hold that info. So we'll write that out. And then down here in find vulnerable GPOs, we're going to make a copy of this code right here. Nope, that's not it. Where's it? It's to be domain users. There you go. In fact, I could just copy this right as it is. I think we were on line 712 when we did this. Here we go. Yeah. So we dropped this one in here. Awesome. So what we're doing here is we're just doing a little bit of trickery on this. Oh, I just realized something though. When we did this, I forgot. We actually had to do a little bit of regex shenanigans right here to get the Sid. Actually, I want to do all of this here. So copy this. There we go. So that should just about do it now. So what's going to happen here is convert name to SID from domain users. It's going to, because domain users is a well-known SID, right? So then we actually use that to cheat on the regex to say basically match everything before 513 in here, because it's always the 513 ending SID, right? So then we extract the security identifier and then we can go inject it into our command right here. So the way we need to do that is we just need to inject SID. So we're going to bust up this command a ton of it here. There we go. I'm going to basically break it up by pipes. That's going to make it nice, visually distinct on what we're doing. Oops, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to close that one. I was trying to figure out why the syntax highlighting was all jacked up. So we'll do that right there. And then we're going to end this one. There we go. And then now all we have to do is just inject our SID, SID, bam. Should be good. This is essentially the same thing we did in that other function. Where was it? In finding the Kerberos targets, because we needed the domain SID, so we checked the domain users. Basically, just did the exact same thing up here. You see, it's very identical. Awesome. So then we execute our command, which is to find domain users. Then we execute our power pick. Let's go try that real quick. So we're going to do GPO find vulnerable GPOs. Where's our script manager? Here it is. Let's reload so we can import our new function. And so we're going to do GPO find vulnerable GPOs. Let's see. This error is actually to be expected because we don't have power view in it. So let's import power view. Once that's done, then we should be able to find vulnerable GPOs. Now this command is going to probably take a second because it is a big, long, chunky command. And it did insert our SID correctly, so winning. Awesome. Here we go. Actually, we had a bunch of different GPOs return. Whole bunch returned. Don't tell me it returned everything. No. Hang on one sec, guys, because I can hear the APT again. Let me go check on it and see how it's doing. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Hey, Brumbo, what's up, dude? Right. hopefully APT will stay in bed now. Oh, if last night was any indication, that's a bad chance. But let me check something. I want to look at something in this real quick. So this is our find vulnerable GPOs. So there's certain things I'm kind of looking at here, like which one is this? Oh, so that's the object SID right there. So access allowed, access allowed. Right property, self-right property. SSRF fort fuzzing. Yeah, dude, that could be a bit of a pain. So I feel for you. So is there any particular system like you're trying to look at, like just, or are you just trying to see like what ports are open that you can reach in the internal? Or is it all like local host? Let's see, what do I have access to for this? So oh, here we go. So this gives us an idea. Object DN right here. So that's this is interesting. So DC2 is a member of this. DC2, workstation 2, workstation 2, workstation 1. Evil computer, that was us. That's machine 1, that was also us. Oh, so that's why we're getting so many of this stuff, because we created these machines. I was trying to figure out why we had so many vulnerable GPOs coming back. It's because they're coming in from our phantom machines that we created. Curve relayer, yeah. Oh, spoiler! I didn't even see that message because I don't know why, but it just didn't. I just saw it. That's badass, dude. Keep it up, man. That's right. Well, I gotta try something real quick here. I don't know if this, because I'm testing out something here. Place 34 hat should be it. Oh, okay. So that's one of the downsides to using the interface here, is that it doesn't resolve the emotes. If I do it from the other interface, it works. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's because I need to capitalize the H. Let me try. Nope. It still just does it wrong. All right, screw it. If I do this. So one of the downsides, I'll have to see if I can find a way to make that work. Anyway, okay. So let's see if we can find a little bit more concise way to look at these GPOs here. Interesting, this is showing DC2 in here. Let's look at the command we're running. So we're doing get domain computer, get domain object ACL. We're resolving the GUIDs in here. Because the output from the example is different from this one. So I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not going to be missing something in here. So what am I missing here? I think this is all correct. Yeah, so we're looking for something that matches right, generic right, generic all, or right dackle. Got asked if I had any if I had any experience with a C2. I told him I hadn't, but I've been watching you do the CRTO labs with Cobalt Strike, so I got a shout out in the interview. Nice. Epic. IRL shout out. I thought about trying to do a little bit of guerrilla marketing for the stream, like around some of the security conferences, and just have the B logo inside of a QR code and have it go to like a landing page. I don't know if I'll ever do it, but the thought had occurred to me. We only briefly used Metasploit in here, but I just realized as I was answering that question, you probably meant to ask spoiler. So I'm going to shut my mouth now. You're good. You're good, dude. It's another example of where my mouth got ahead of my brain. Dude, yeah, I actually don't have any problems scanning QR codes. I mean, I'm not going to go visit the link, but a lot of people don't realize, like, when you go scan it with your phone, a lot of times you can just go grab the link off of it, and then you can go examine the link and see what domain it's going to and see all this different stuff. So as long as it's not going to, like, an ultra sketch domain, and it's something that looks interesting, I'll also check them out. Why is my output so drastically different? I want to try something real quick. I'm going to use the example from... I'm going to use the example directly from the course. I want to see if I get different output. Okay, we're getting drastically different output. Why? This looked almost exactly the same as to what we were running before. Hold on, let's go do some comparisons here. So this is the example. This is in code. So that was our example one, but let's look at this real quick. I think the difference might be what properties that we were searching for. Yeah, I think that's it. Because we're checking for 4 different properties. The example from the course is only checking for 2. Oh, so that actually is a very big difference. So we're using get domain computer, get object ACL, resolve GUIDs. Interesting. Okay. And also, we're checking for 4 different properties. Do we have right, generic all, and right dackle? And this is just checking create child and right property. So, why did we choose that one to be in the code? Let's see. For finding vulnerable GPOs. Oh, that's not right. We did do get domain GPO. Did I screw something up here? Hold on, am I losing my mind here? So we did GPO find vulnerable GPOs, right? Yeah, here we go. So we convert the SID for the domain users group. We get it. We pass that to the callback. The callback regexes it, gets us the domain SID. We then specify what command is, which our one actually here in the code should have been get domain GPO. So why did, after we got this, we did get domain computer? Something's jacked up here. Hold on, let me try something real quick. Let's define. I've been skipping this step, but we should be defining local options in here. So like, let me define command here. Yeah, Sliver's not too bad, Brumbo. We're gonna mess with Sliver in the home lab once we get it set up. You know, actually, I had written off Empire Spoiler until the new crew took it over, and they're actually making some really big updates to it. So this is really weird. Why are we getting... Right, so we log the SID after we get it. So the next thing should be running PowerPick with our command option in here. Which I totally don't get. We have get domain GPO in here. Let me try this again. Let's reload this. Since I changed that to local, maybe that will have a difference to it. Because we tend to reuse a bunch of the variable names. So we're going to convert name to SID for domain users. I'm going to parse it. I'm going to target this SID. And yeah, for some reason it's doing get domain computer. Hold on, what the hell? I didn't accidentally double this thing, did I? No, that's the only instances of it. We don't have get domain computer anywhere in here. Where the hell is this coming from? Let me rename this tab so I don't lose it. WKSTN2. This is wild. I don't get it. Remember I said it's a good thing my superpower isn't whenever somebody makes me feel stupid, they combust into flames? Because I would be like the freaking Human Torch right now. We're calling the wrong callback. We changed all this shit and forgot to rename the callback. We're passing this info to the wrong damn callback. Oh, it burns. My own stupidity astounds me sometimes. All right, let's go reload this and try this again. All right, so we're going to get the SID. Then we're going to pass it to the correct callback, get domain GPO. There we go. Hey, by the way, since you guys are talking about C2s, have y'all seen the C2 matrix? Check this out. So this is really cool. I'm going to drop it over in the chat here. It's something you can check out where you can cross-check the functionality of different open source command and controls. Actually, I think it includes closed source ones too, like Cobalt Strike. So yeah, check that out. If you want to find like different C2s to mess around with and tinker with, check that out. It's got a cool Google Docs spreadsheet in there where you can examine it. I've already got a couple picked out in mind that I wanted to play with for the lab, but if I run out of ideas, I'll go pick one out of there. Oh, this is looking much more reasonable. Okay, awesome. Oh, the smoothest of brains. I just shaved, so it's extra smooth. I don't even have that little hair stubble to cause wrinkles. Hang on one sec, Rumbo. There you go.
Bullshit, I can't hear you. Sound off like you got a pair.
Stealth, you're the reason I have trust issues. What the heck? Why didn't it allow it? Oh, you know what? I know why it didn't. Because for some reason No, that's not right. Damn it. Hang on. Alright, now you should have permission. Jeez. Another one of the... so this is the chat interface I'm using as part of StreamerBot. Wait, why did it delete it? No, it's fine. There you go. There's the link to it. Thank you for actually dropping that in there because these are all corner cases I hadn't been able to fully mess with in here. So, yeah, Brumbo dropping the real malware. So it's stuff like that I'll have to go figure out how to adjust and change in here and stuff. And honestly, hackthebox.com should be a permitted domain. So anybody should be able to drop a Hack the Box link. That's probably what I should actually do, but I'll get to it here in a little bit. Let me do something here. I think we did convert from SID. There. Okay, so yeah, that's right. This is what it should be telling us, is that convert from SID, this particular GPO, whatever it is, has access allowed from the developer group. Okay. Cool. I wish I understood more about how to do the control flow on here, because there's two follow-up commands I'd like to have. I'd like to have this info parsed out. And now I understand why most people do things in beacon object files, because trying to work inside sleep is such a pain in the ass. It'd be easier to work in C, write your beacon object file, and then have it do everything you need it to do and control the execution flow than trying to do it this way. I get it now. I really do get why people do BOFs all the time, as opposed to what I'm doing. and just making a big, long, horrendously long aggressor script. Let's see what other GPO commands we've got here. Let's see here. Alias GPO. So we have find vulnerable, we have locate GPO. And actually, instead of calling this that's fine, because literally the only time we're going to be working with this is right here. So we have 4 helper functions in here. Find vulnerables, locate the GPO, convert from SID. Oh, actually, there's one more we probably want here, which is distinguish link. Now that I think about it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do this. We'll copy the convert from SID function in here. We're going to throw this in here. So rather than being convert from SID, we're going to call this one check links. There we go. And so rather than converting from the SID, what we're going to do here is our command is going to be get domain OU, and then we're going to check for a GP link. There we go. And then we're going to need to do a string concat here, which is going to be that UID value, which was this one right here. That's what we're going to test out real fast. So we need to pass in one variable here. So rather than being the SID, this is going to be the GPO GUID. We'll say $. That's just going to equal $1. And then what we're going to do is we're going to insert this right here. So what we'll do is close, reopen. This could be $GUID. There we go. I want to lowercase this because I tend to save the uppercase for static, global static values, which has the hack the box would include the Academy and the subscription. Yeah. All right, cool. I think that will work right there. Actually, I'm wrong. It should be $2. Actually, I don't even like this syntax. Let's do something different. We'll do @_variable1. There. That makes it a little bit easier to read because this is the first argument passed in right here. Oh, we gotta change this to find GPO links. Put that in there. And we're gonna string concatenate that. Perfect. All right, so let's go try this one. Our check links for GPO. Let's GPO check links, and then we're gonna pass in this GUID value. Okay. Oh, it's cool. So there's workstations in here. It gives us the DN right here. Cool. Really, all we want is this distinguished name, but the rest of this is kind of just fine. Yeah, let me do a quick modification on here. Do a pipe select name and the distinguished name. cool. We'll just leave that as is. I'm not going to worry about running that again. Let's check links. Actually, there is one more thing we can do with this. We can also get a list of computers associated to that. Why did I do these to it last time? I'm so silly. Let's see here. So rather than checking links, because what this is going to return here, this is returning an OU, right, where all those machines are affected. So what we can do is we can get a list of like machines in OU. There you go. List OU members. So in this case, rather than this, we're going to pass in the distinguished name. OUDN. Use PowerPick to find objects in a... Find computers in an OU. There we go. Let's change this. Awesome. All right, so the command we're going to do here is a little bit different. So rather than get OU, I'm just copy it, and then we'll build it out from there. Here we go. So this should be, let's take this out, then we're going to actually close and reopen, and then in here we'll put in, it's going to be our DN. We'll just put in $DN. Bam, we'll be good. Except it would help if I spelled members right. I was like, I know that word looks off. That's why. Members. Get the OU members. That's what we're doing here. Alright. So let's save this. Did any of these commands actually tell us what the vulnerable OU's name is? Let's see. Oh, no, we didn't look at that. Because we're going to do the abuse primitives, we need to actually, in Shark GPO, specify the name of it. So, we'll get the name. Oh, I see. Okay. Wish I knew more about PowerShell and I could just combine some of these commands together. Because then what I could do is I could have this actually come through. So what command did we run to get this? We got find vulnerable GPOs. So find vulnerable GPOs was up here. Here we go. So here's the command we ran to find the vulnerable GPOs. But if we actually want to process this, we'd need to have PowerPick go to another callback. Ooh, do I feel like doing that? Yep, I sure do. Why? Because apparently, I'm just a sucker for punishment. That's what this is. So now we have callback 2. So this is going to be... We need 2 nulls and then the callback. So null, null, and then do GPU. Vulnerable GPUs. Callback 2. There we go. So after we do this, first thing we want to do is let's log the output. So we'll do blog to the first beacon, all the output. And then what we're going to do is we're going to need to define a regex. Except our regex is going to be slightly more complicated. Let's go to regex 101 real fast. Doing try hack me premium for half a year. Q. Do they usually have like specials on that where you can save money if you do it for like half a year? Actually, let me try something. Because this output looks a little funky. I want to try running this directly. I misspelled power pick. I think I want to modify this a little bit because I wanted to select these, but also maybe can I expand them? Let me try modifying this query real quick. Yeah, typos. Okay, so after a streak of a few days, they'll give you a 10 or 15% discount. Nice. Okay, so it didn't like this. Can we do expand both of these? I'm hoping I'm going to get more comfortable with PowerShell syntax when I go through James Forshaw's book. Okay, let me look something real quick for the PowerShell. PowerShell, select, expand. Can we expand more than one property? Oh god. Why did you choose this? Why did you choose this color layout? Okay, so it looks like expand property may just work for one particular one. Think about this. Oh, girl. You know what we can do actually is we're trying to wrap this up in the vulnerable GPO one. Another option would be is we can basically get the GPO info, right? Because what do we get back from this? We get back this whole big long thing, right? So what we could do is actually, rather than trying to wrap this all into a callback number dose, let's drop all this crap. And we'll just break this out into a separate command here. So this needs to come out of here. Let's get rid of all that. So let's do another one. Do alias. We'll call this GPO underscore get details. There we go. Perfect. Then we'll do a beacon command register. I'll say this returns. What are the options we've got in here? We want the. So we want the. Let me try something real quick. I'm going to take out this select statement. And I'm going to see what all fields do we get returned to us. Let's check this out. Because we probably want the display name and the GPC file path, but is there anything else in here that would be useful? So we definitely want the display name. Display name, GPC file path. Anything else useful in here? Object GUID, object category, flags, names. Now that's pretty much it. Those are the only two really useful pieces of information for what we're doing. For a, so we'll say this is going to be for a GPO DN. Usage, it'll be our command name, the GPO DN. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so what we're going to do here is basically kind of just similar to what we did for find the vulnerable GPOs, we're just going to modify the command. And so the command we're going to use is this one here. So we got to do a little bit of adjustments here. We got to escape this and actually take out this entire DN here. Which, if you wonder what a DN is, that's the LDAP distinguished name. And that is how LDAP actually looks for things. So we're just abusing it a little bit because Active Directory has some helpers kind of built into it. But if we were doing pure LDAP, using those distinguished names is what we would have to use. Alright, so then let's do GPO DN. And then what we need to do is parse out GPO DN. So let's do GPO DN equals at underscore 1. So we didn't put error checking in here, but you know what? Honestly, I'm not so worried about these commands because they're not setting data, they're just retrieving data. So worst thing we could do is just retrieve nothing. And then we need to take this part out right here. We just need to run le command right there. Alright, cool. Let's go try this real quick. Get GPO get details. Let's go try it. Let's go test it. Reload, back over here. So we need the distinguished name of it. Here we go. Copy that. And then let's do this GPO get details. Drop in the DN. And it should hopefully just return us the display name and the GPC file path. Very awesome. It's okay if this is getting cut off a little bit, and the reason is because the GPC file path, the last thing it's going to end with is this GUID value right here. So we can very easily just infer that last little object right there. Alright, cute. I think I'm more comfortable now because we actually started in a weird mid spot in the lab where we were just kind of doing a little bit, and now that I've gotten more understanding of how to do the aggressor scripts, I'm a little less worried about like how I'm going to structure the various functions we're doing now. So I think this abuse one, because originally we just had sharp GPO, right? But I think some of these attack primitives we could actually make work. Hello, Panda. Hope your tummy's feeling better, puppy. Alright, I took her out because basically she stayed in the backyard all day in the shady spot. I took her some food and she wouldn't eat. And I was like, oh, your stomach must really be messed up because she is a very food-driven dude. There's typically two main drivers for dogs. I was about to say three, but the third one's kind of eh. And it's food or prey. Right? You got to figure out what's the main driver for your dog. Are they food-driven? Actually, I guess you could say there's preys too. That's not usually a big one though. It's usually food and prey. Like, are they going to try and hunt something? Does that get them excited? Or just like a food reward get them excited? Hello, Panda. Oh, Panda, she is a Boston Terrier. Hey. Come here, Panda. Here she is. This is Panda. And she's a pretty sweet dog. I never would have guessed she was 20 pounds. Because, I don't know, maybe she just doesn't feel like she's 20 pounds. Hello. How you doing, Pepper? Yeah. She's that old meme where, like, you know, it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger and I forget the black guy that played Apollo Creed in the Rocky movies. And, like, they're like, you know, doing the bro fist. And the best one I ever saw was, it was Dad and the dog he said he never wanted. And they're like, and that's pretty much what happened. I didn't even want this dog. And now she's my little shadow and follows me everywhere. Okay, cool. I think we could work on this. Doing the sharp GPO abuse, the syntax is actually not that bad. Hey, J Money, what's up? Welcome in, man. Live in a flat, others that have a dog, yeah. Dude, what's so crazy is, when I lived in my last apartment, they charged me a massive cleaning fee when I moved out, because they said there was dog hair. I was like, I didn't have a dog. That dog hair was from the previous owner, and no matter how many times I vacuumed that damn carpet, I couldn't get the dog hair out. Such a pain in the ass. Alright, let's go make us a new script. Dude, just message me on Discord if you want to chat. That's probably the best place to get a hold of me. Let me look at this. So the command is actually not that complicated. So let's. So we have our convert from SID, register check links, list OU members, sharp GPO abuse. Yeah, this would be a good place to actually do this. Let me think about this. Yeah, so we'll do another alias. Just making all the aliases. So this would be GPO. Let's do add computer script. And then we'll go ahead and do our beacon command register real fast. Uses. I can type. So this uses sharp GPO abuse to add computer script to OU. Yeah, let's do that. Copy this, and then we'll go ahead and create our usage value, because that has really been helpful in figuring out how we're going to craft these particular commands here. Oh, that's not right. Let's see if he's an AI. Well, if he's an AI, he's a very slow one. So, J Money, go visit the Discord server. You should see my name in there. Just shoot me a friend request. Let's see. So we're gonna add this computer. We're gonna need a couple of things. Hold on one second. I'm double checking something quick. Ah, that's what it is. Yeah, I see it. Oh, go away, Discord. Let me check something real quick. Sorry guys, hang on one sec. Stand by. There we go. Sorry, had to fix something on here real quick. Good to do. All right, let's get back to this. So what are we going to need here? We're going to need to tell it what the script name is, what the script contents are, and the GPO name. So let's kind of look at what variables we need to add here. So we're going to say, oh, I got to click into the dang window. All right, so we're going to tell it, actually, we don't even need to give the script name, because one thing we could do is, actually, I'm trying to check on something. So, because whenever we did this before, we set the script name to startup.bat. I don't know if it needs to be startup.bat or if it can be any arbitrary name. Because if it needs to be an arbitrary name, I'm just going to generate a random string for it. I kind of want to check something real quick, because this is something I didn't fully grok whenever the first time we went through this. I'm pretty sure this is from PowerView. Find domain shares and check access. Okay, cool. So we actually have quite a bit here. The software one was actually the one we were most interested in. Hey, J Money, I did see your message on Discord. Feel free to ask away, and when the stream's over, I try to catch up on those messages, and I'll respond back to you, man. This guy actually has access to quite a lot of shares. Interesting. That's a really handy thing to have. Let's do that real quick. Let's do... I don't want to do, actually, because I want to go put this into a function. Just trying to think where I want to put it. Let me think about this. Because this wouldn't necessarily be for GPO abuse. This is just a situational awareness function. Let's see. Start firewall aliases, execute assembly aliases. It's Kerberoasting. I wish I could collapse the entire Kerberoasting kind of section there. Role-based constraint delegation. Let's see. These are our persistence mechanisms, which really just have persistence through scheduled task. Actually, you can take that back. We have persistence through WMI events also. Store scheduled task creds. I'm trying to see if I had any like valid place to kind of dump this. But it doesn't really fit into any one particular option here. I guess I'm just going to go throw it up under maybe aliases over here. We'll throw it with like where rubeus is. Do execute assembly aliases. Let's see here. That's it. We're just going to call this situational awareness. Situational awareness functions. There we go. Define domain shares. Do an alias on this one. So alias. We'll just call it find shares. There we go. And then let's make a thing here. Command. Real simple. It's going to be that. And let's build a helper function real fast for it. So this will be, we'll register the command. So this uses RU to find domain shares and check options. There we go. So nothing special to put out here. We just really need to just have the command run. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do the power pick. And we're going to run this against $1. And it should be... let me do this again. Yeah, there we go. So beacons $1, commandlet is going to be $command, and then script is completely optional. There we go. Both. And so we could have the script actually come in here and execute stuff that we're doing. Like we could tell it, go ahead and import PowerView and run it. Honestly, I don't really care that much about it. If I was making this fully like operational ready to go into actually use, I would go through and clean up a number of things in here. But right now, really the main goal is just to allow us to get through the exam quicker. So I don't want to be too stringent on it, but I do want to have that goal. let's see. Oh, so once we have the domain shares, let's go back to what we were doing. Pretty sure it was down here. Yeah, here we go. So add a computer script. So we got to start with. Actually, we were building out our array of commands that we need. So we're gonna need the script name. Actually, we don't need the script name. What we can do instead of having the script name run is we can just do a random. So we'll have this going, and so we don't really need the script name, but we will need the script contents. Actually, first thing let's do is we'll just put in the GPO name here. Then the yeah, actually, those are really just the two things that we need. And then what we'll do is let's do something here real fast. We'll do another. We'll do one more thing here. We're gonna do some examples. So. Yeah, so we'll do example. And then what we'll do is we're gonna drop in. What's this? Let me think about this. Actually, we'll just use the example from the course. There you go. So script contents could be equal to something like this. That way we'll know exactly like where we want to drop it. So, because probably what we'll do, I mean, if we really wanted to, because we're going to have to drop this somewhere. You know, it'd actually be funny. I just realized if we put this in here, one of the things we could do in the script content is we could trick anything that's vulnerable to this OU to authenticating to us, and then we could do relay attacks with it. That'd be really funny, actually. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's really all we need, because we need the script name, the contents, and the name. That's pretty much it. So let's do a quick validation. And the script contents, I don't really care. We're going to do something kind of similar to what we did up here with the size joins. There we go. And then we're going to join these args, but we're actually going to make this 2. Because previously, up here, we were just cutting off the beacon part of this array, which was the 0 element. So now we want to cut off the 0 and the 1. So we want to start at 2. Yeah, because in this case, we had just one, basically let's call it one argument passed to it. In this case, we're going to have one GPO name and then a whole slew of arguments. So what we're going to check is that we're just going to check that we have greater than 2 in here. Well, greater than and equal to 3. That's what we're going to do. Yeah. Okay. Let's try this. Let's do an if-else statement here. The test here is going to be if size is greater than or equal to 3. Then script name is going to come up here. That's not right. we'll bring script name up here. Actually, I want to bring this down too. Because if it doesn't work, then we're going to do B error to $1. We'll say invalid parameters. And then we'll do a return statement so it stops execution. There we go. So we can set up our arguments. Yeah, that's what we want. And then, because actually args is going to become, instead of calling this args, I'm going to call this script content. There we go. So we'll define the script name as a 5 alphanumeric, 5 random digit batch file. And then we're going to write the rest of that stuff to this as the body of it. So then what we need to do is actually build out our command. So then for our command, what we're going to do is we're going to do tac add computer script. And then we're going to string append onto that script name, which is going to be script name. So throw this in here. Bam. Then after our script name, we're going to have the... Actually, I will tell you what, I want to move this down because I want to do the GPO name in here first. GPO name. Yeah. What's the angry voice for, Brumbo? Although sometimes I do feel like that, like I'm angry. I want to eat some cookies. Jump. Actually, you know what? Since I've cleaned up my diet, starting on my birthday in January, and I had been planning on doing it anyway, I just finally found something to do with it. I've actually been feeling pretty good. I think I might go Super Saiyan if I could get enough sleep. I think that's the main thing holding me back right now. And that'd be a really interesting trick considering I don't know what bald Super Saiyan looks like. What is this going to be? Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't parse out the GPO name. Just realized that. Script gets everything else in here. So let's do script. I tell you, we're going to make this the first thing. So we're going to do GPO name. Yeah, sure, why not? And that's going to be @ underscore position, the second element. I didn't realize that was an angry face. Yeah, that's the angry face. So, because I had a lady make me those emotes, and I didn't want, she like wanted a picture of my face and all this other stuff. I was like, I don't really, that doesn't really fit with like hacker culture. And so I started thinking about it, and I think about it, and so I constantly go back to the 1995 Hackers movie for inspiration, and I saw the smiley face eye patch on, I think it was Nikon's laptop. I was like, perfect, make emotes with this. And she had a field day with it and came up with that stuff. She especially likes the Cookie Monster. So I was like, okay, that's independent verification that this is gonna be a good thing. And then we're going to do script contents. Now the script contents, actually, we're going to need to do a little bit of string magic on this because we're going to need like that. Yeah. And then we're going to append in script. Yeah, we'll do like that. And then we need to close this sucker also. There we go. That should work. And that's the only things we need. We needed this is a static value, add computer script. Then the GPO name. Got that. We needed the script name and the script contents. That's it. Cool. I tell you, know what I want to do here? Let's make a... Because we actually don't need this. So let's take all of this out. Yeah, we're going to drop that in here. And really, it's just going to be like... Vuln GPO. Actually, I'm going to do it like this. Vulnerable GPO. Yeah, vulnerable GPO, and then the script content would be start b whack host.domain.local / open share / beacon.exe. Yeah, because everything else should be auto magical. Cool, so that should hopefully work for us right here. And we'll probably have to use something like a DNS beacon for this. Oh, you know what I'm going to need to do? I'm going to need to double / these. I just realized. There we go. Let's go save this and see how this output actually looks real fast. Let's go reload. Hang on, guys, 1 sec. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Oh, let's see here. Did we reload this? Yeah, there we go. Let's do our first check. Invalid parameters. Perfect. We do the help here. There we go. Cool. So that should work. So what was the name of our GPO here? It was called vulnerable GPO. So vulnerable GPO. Actually, so it was kind of funny because I put this in here because this is the exact kind of almost example we're going to use. So one thing we need to do is actually go drop this somewhere. So let's go to the software right here. So what we can do is we can CD over to that software. And what we can do is we can upload our payloads. There we go. And then we'll upload a DNS x64.exe. Do I want to do it that way? Yeah, we'll just do it that way. So we'll upload that. And then now what we can do is we can literally use the example here. Actually, I want to fix one thing. I need a line return at the end of this. just to space this out a little bit so it's not so crammed up to the next output. But one thing we could do here, just adjust this. So this is going to be take this out, and it's going to be DNS_x64.exe. All right. You know what I just realized though? Nope, we didn't do. We put all of this shit together. We didn't actually put in the execute assembly command. So we had all the commands prepared, but we didn't actually do it. Let's see, sharp GPO abuse, and then the parameters is going to be $command. Actually, you know what I want to do? We're just going to change this. I'm going to rename that to parameters. Oh, we're good. Okay. So I was sitting here ready to run it. It was going to do all the parsing and then just not do anything. Getting ahead of myself here. All right. Now let's go try this. All right, so let's see what we did on... Oh, you know what I just realized? The GPO name here. Vulnerable GPO, that needs to get wrapped. That's what happened here. We need to wrap that just like we did this right here. Do another backspace right there. Backslash. And then we'll do... That should do it. You couldn't resolve the GPO. Oh, wow. Hey, I resemble that remark, Stealth.
Bullshit, I can't hear you. Sound off like you got a pair.
Stealth, you're so full of crap. Yeah, vulnerable GPO. Oh my god, I did vulnerable barrel. Vulnerable. There we go. Alright, so what we could do is we could either sit here and wait for this to refresh, or we go log into workstation 1. We can actually force this to happen real quick. Bring this down. Exit this beacon because I don't need it. Move it. Alright, so over here on workstation 1, if we open up a little bit of PowerShell, and we'll do a GP update force. Okay, and then what we need to do is actually restart this machine because we added a startup script. So restart, and that should give us a DNS backdoor onto workstation. Right. I'll be right back while this is running real quick. Back. I don't know if that's supposed to be Terminator or Terminar, but thanks for coming online, man. Welcome, welcome. All right, did Workstation 1 reboot? Let's look at our command that we ran on here real fast. Yeah, so start B, DC2 Cyberbotic IO /software /DNS64.exe. That should have been correct. Let's see. So that should have worked here. Not quite sure why it didn't. So I want to try something real fast. Let's go. I'm just going to do it this way. Reboots Workstation 1. We'll do it from here. Because it's a startup script, so what's going to happen is it's actually going to run a system because it was when the system boots up. So we'll let that reboot for just a second. We should see a new DNS beacon callback here. GPO name, vulnerable GPO. I need to go ahead and schedule my exam. I've got a pretty easy penetration test this week. And by easy, I mean it's one I've done multiple times already. So it shouldn't be too bad. I already know what I'm doing in there. Come on, Workstation 2. Workstation 1. Let this one reload. I just want to make sure this is working. Outhouse pivot. What's funny is I've thought about it, so I can't be accused of malding because I'm already bald. So maybe I'm just mauled? There's no malding, it's just mauled. Let's see here. You got a callback? Nope. Alright, let's go try. Wait, hold on. There's a command prompt popping up. What was that command prompt there? I mean, we're not getting. Wait, it's doing it. Chat, it's happening. Urgh, look at that. Workstation 1 system beacon. Nice. Nice. All right, cool. Oh, snap. So another thing we could do is we could possibly create and link a GPO. Something in my eye, probably an eyelash. The eyelashes are stupid like that. They're supposed to keep shit out of your eyes. And then what do? They just come in and get right in your eye. So group policies are stored in policies system. Let me try something here real quick. Let's come look at this real quick. So if I do, because there's an example in here of figuring out who has policy creator permissions. I want to look at see what this output looks like. And then we're gonna go break down this actual command here. All right. So what we're doing is we're getting domain object ACL for anything that's in policies. Okay. So this is something we'll have to generalize right here. We'll have to go get the. Let's get the domain DN. That's what we're going to need to get here. All right, before we dive into this, I actually got to run to the bathroom. So we'll chill out here for just a second. I'm going to do a 3-minute ad break. So get some water, get a stretch, all that good jazz. And then we'll hit this again. So we're going to look at what can we do if we have these. So developers, which we are, Bee Farmer is a developer, has permissions to create policy. So we're going to see if we can create and link to get a second way of executing these things. So we'll do that just after a quick break. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, cool. Ads are just about done too. Get domain. Pretty sure we did this. Here we go. So we did the get machine account quota in here. And this uses actually one thing that we do need, which is getting the distinguished name for the domain. So we can actually just modify this. Let's check links. That was our add computer script. Let's do something else here. So let's call this alias. Actually, I'm just going to drop these section of code we just copied in here. So we're going to call this GPO underscore. Call this. So we had check links, find vulnerable GPOs. Do check link. No, check create. And actually, this needs to be a callback here. This is going to be our actual one callback, and then this is, let's modify all this stuff quick. So this is going to be use Power View to check for groups with GPO write permissions. Save perms. Yep. Okay, so what we're going to do is our command instead is going to be, actually we do want this because we're going to expand the name. We pass this all to a callback because what we're going to get when we do that is we're going to get something like this. Oh, there you go, name. Dev Cyberbotic.io. Once we get that back, we can convert all this stuff over to it. So then we can then get our DN here. So our string that we get back out of this, so we do a string replace, right? Copy everything, transfer it over to DC. Because the one we want to target is this one right here. This DN right here. We need to make this kind of a well-known thing. So I'm going to copy this. I'm just going to put it over here in my notes real quick, so I'll remember it. Yeah, copy. Copy. Pasta. There we go. So all this does is it prepares the DN. We append C into it, but we can actually just do this part right here. We can copy this and insert it right here. Boom. Right, cool. So we get all this stuff right here. Get our string. And then we can just run our command. So let's grab a copy of our command here that we want to run. And we're going to drop it right in here. And then we're going to split this command up because I'll do this a little bit differently. So targeting this domain. We're going to run our command here. So this right here actually needs to be I'm gonna do this. Take all this back out because I need to wrap this in quotes here. So shouldn't need that, and then we can just actually yes, that'll be perfect. So then we can string concat in the DN. And then this one right here can actually just start with this. I'm still gonna break this command up some. I still want to do it this way. I'm going to string concat that in. Just because this really all just does go together. So, all right, then we're going to do resolve goods. All right, so I'm just kind of making a couple little logical replacements to this. There we go. Just because if we need to come back through and troubleshoot this command, having it be one long command is going to be a little bit bad. Hey, Laughing, what's up, man? You know what you just reminded me of? I need to actually check something in here. Let's see. Show timestamps. There we go. Awesome. There we go. I had to change something here. I'm still tinkering with this input here. Late night editing. What's it on? All right, I think this will work. Web cloud abuse using shadow credentials. Nice. Very, very nice. Dude, I really like shadow creds. It's such a legit way to... Again, like I said, a lot of times what we're doing is just abusing built-in functionality. We're not doing leak buffer overflows or any crazy stuff like that. I'd say whenever I'm doing a penetration test, 90% of the exploits that I do are either ones that I had to craft for a particular application like a web app, or it's abusing a system misconfiguration. Actually, I'll take that back. I'll say 90% is abusing a system configuration. Probably about 8% is doing some kind of like custom exploitation. And then 2% would be using like out-of-the-box exploits. Hello, Panda. Poor Panda. She's like, my tummy doesn't feel good. Pet me. And then when her tummy did feel good, she'd be like, I'm lonely. Pet me. You just want attention. All right, let's go check and see if this works. Let's save this. Let's go reload our script and see if this works out okay. So it's going to get the domain, targeting, dev site robotic IO. Okay, I think the calling the callback failed here. I just realized. Oh, wait, yeah. Because we're calling underscore callback. Whoops. That ain't going to work. Let's try this again. Let me check the help function, actually. How's the help function? What do you mean there's no help for this? Oh, damn it. Not only is this calling the wrong thing, but this is also CD instead of CB. Smooth brain. Smoothest. Like to the molecular level smooth. There is not a single wrinkle in this brain. There we go. Let's run this. Cool, so we should get the domain. And then we're going to get the DN from that. This all looks correct. That was the main thing that we needed to convert. And if it comes back, it should say dev developers. Nice. So this is actually important though, but there's two pieces to this. We need to be able to check if we can create, and we need to check for linking. So maybe actually we'll expand this. Instead of check create, we'll do check create and link. Let's see what that comes back with. This is the example command here. Let's run it, and then once it's up on the screen, we can parse through. I'm pretty sure 1107. Actually, yeah, it was GPO convert from SID. Yeah, dev developers. So this is saying the developers group has read and write properties to the workstation's GP link here. So this shows that the developers group, which is this one here, 1107, can link GPOs to the workstation. So nice. Okay. Very cool. All right, cool. So let's see what we can do about modifying this real fast here. So we've got this command right here. So we can actually do two different things here. We can let this run. We can also specify a second command in here to run this who has GP link permissions. So I'm going to drop this in here just as a comment real fast, and then we're going to mess with it. Do something here. Let's do, if you do Control-Shift-L, it'll actually highlight all four of these that are found, and then it'll insert a cursor. So we're going to call this check create and link. There we go. So that should have, because of our naming convention, that should have fixed all the instances. So what we can do now is we can go define this as a secondary command. I need to fix the TTS on there. Damn. Hey, Andy, thanks for coming online, man. Andy shit 1981. That was a good year. 81, good year. Nice music. All right, let's see here. So I don't want to call this necessarily command. You know, kind of do. I think what I want to do here instead is we're going to call this, we're going to rename this. This is going to be so the first thing we were checking here was seeing who had create child. So rather than command here, we're going to call this yeah, we'll do that. Create child command, and then we're going to do link command right here. Name this. So change this variable, we'll change this variable, bam. So these are going to come back kind of in whatever order they run, but we don't need output from this one to run this one. So we can have it just run a couple of commands and fire us back output. So let's do this. Let's reload. We'll here, and let's go run that again. So we're going to do check create Yeah, check create and link. So we're going to get the domain. We're going to expand it. We're then going to run our base command. Did it not run our second command in here? Oh, I think it actually had a syntax error and it just stopped giving a shit. You know what's funny? I just realized something. What we could do is we could actually take create child and link command and make it one long fat command. I want to try that real quick. I just realized we could do that. Because what we can do then is we could say $command is going to equal the create child command. And then we can string concat in a semicolon. And then we can just string concat in the link command. There we go. I think that will work in a kind of dumb way. Yeah, let's go try that. It's kind of idiotic. No, it's not really idiotic. It's ugly to me. But let's try it. Let's give it a shot. There we go. So dev cyberbotic.io comes back. Where's the second half of the code? What'd you do? What happened? Okay, what's our callback name? Yeah, so we're calling the correct callback. But we never get the targeting domain. See that? We never get the blog saying targeting domain, do we? What the crap happened? I did reload the script after we changed it, right? Reload. Check, create, and link. We get the domain, we get... Did I do something stupid here? I mean, it's entirely possible. I think I know what the problem is. Yep, that's the problem. The problem is I'm a smooth brain. There we go. So I had this as command with one M. And so what happened is command right here got, because it's not specified as a local variable, it became a global, and then it hit that. Smoothest of brains. Smooth. That was more than a 4-head. That was a 5-head move. There we go. Let's see if we get double output back. So we should get dev developers, and then we should get another piece of output. Hopefully. Hey, look at that. Hi-yo. All right. So it's not pretty, but it works. Let's see here. So what we've got. So one thing that would be helpful is if we could specify the output a little bit. like saying this group can create, which actually I have a dumb way of doing that. And that is we can modify the PowerShell here. So check this out. What we could do, we could drop this down here. And we could actually just say, this is really dumb, actually. I would never do this like in a production script, like one I was going to use on an engagement. I would honestly actually probably just write this as a beacon object file personally. So we do write host. Let's call this groups that can create GPOs. There we go. Just do that. Yep, there we go. We'll put an extra space in there. And then what we can do here is just basically use the same trick. So we're going to put, basically we're just putting some debug commands in here. So this is, what's the second thing we're checking? We're checking groups that can link GPUs. There we go. I think that will work in a kind of dumb way. But you know what? Sometimes you just got to hack shit together. Reload, run again. Oh, is it write host or write dash host? I think it's write tac host. Yeah, it's write tac host. That's what it is. Let's just make sure it's working properly. Make sure it's nice. One thing as if y'all couldn't tell already, one thing I'm very big on is making sure I stress test my tooling, especially stuff that I custom make, and try to find some edge cases in it wherever I can. Yeah, so the output's ugly as all sin, because we get all this, because basically we're getting chunks of data back, but it does give us the data that we wanted, which is groups that can link to GPOs. Oh, bam. Okay. So ugly, but you know what? Screw it, it works. One thing I'm real big on is saying like 4,000 times in my videos. I hate editing these things. I feel so smooth-brained. Yeah. I've been working on trying to make sure that I control my speech a little bit better. Part of the problem is this shit is fun, and it makes me excited, and then I want to talk really fast. And it happened a lot, even whenever I would teach like the course at Black Hat, is I would just start blasting and going fast on it because it's really fun. The material is exciting. That's why I do this. And so it was something I've been constantly working on. Okay. So if we find this, we're going to basically have to rely on the RSAT tools, remote system administration tools. So I'm not going to worry so much about this part right here. I'm going to do one more thing. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put one more thing right here. So use Windows, Power, Shell, RSAT. Tools to create new GPOs. Slacking on your diction. You mean like how you're going to pronunciate your words? Pronunciate. She sells seashells down by the seashore. We have a whole bunch of MySQL commands already. I think we did a lot of configuration too. Yeah, we had a whole slew of SCCM commands. Oh, really, we just had enumeration techniques for SCCM. Let's go take a look at this again. Yeah, just being more articulate in general. For some reason, whenever I press record, I lose 30 IQ and I can't keep my train of thought straight. I understand, man. Probably because I'm trying to run the commands, explain them, and also orchestrate the recording all at the same time. So one thing you can do, one trick that I was told was, if you're going to be like recording, what you can do is have a, what are you recording in it, Laughing? Are you recording in OBS? Yeah. All right. So one thing you can do is, I use OBS also. You can have a second copy of OBS, like say one that's running in portable mode. You can have that running and set up a recording scene basically, and that scene would actually be like really large. So let's say your monitor is 1080, right? You could have that recording and then have a screen capture where half like the screen is capturing 1080, but then have a large canvas. And then on the side of the canvas, you have your webcam. So that way what you could do is you could go take your webcam and then in post edit, bring it over and move it into there however you want to. Or another option is, heck, you just record it and you explain what you're doing while you're recording it, but then you go re-record the narration and you put that over it. And you don't worry about like showing that, hey, I'm typing the commands live. You just have a face cam recording what you're doing. Hey, Marky. What's up, dude? How you doing tonight? I feel like it would be a timing nightmare. Well, I mean, so the bigger issue that I have is I suck at editing, and I haven't taken the time to learn how to use like DaVinci Resolve. So that's been my biggest setback for like wanting to make and record videos. Plus the time commitment. Pretty much whatever time commitment I've got goes into working on the live stream and managing the Discord. So using Premiere Pro, dude, if you got it, use it. Heck, Tyler, you know, Hack Smarter, he uses, I think, Microsoft Editor, like the very basic video editor for Microsoft. And so it just use whatever works. Mark, yeah, I had a pretty good day, man. Went to church this morning, came home, fed the kids, got a nap, because my youngest son, the APT, kept me up until 1:30 this morning. And so I was just I was not enjoying life when I got up. I felt real bad because I couldn't really help my wife with a lot of the morning duties. It took everything I had just to like get dressed, basically, and make some coffee. You just woke up, Glock? Nice. I've considered that too. So the problem is I don't know how to balance out like when I'm going to stream versus when I'm going to do certain things. Last night was a bust. The theory is my kids go to bed, I start streaming, so I have lots of time to see them for like dinner and bedtime and stuff like that. But at the same time, when the kids are sick, it kind of blows that out. And that was essentially what happened to my youngest son last night. He had an upset stomach. That's why he was being exceptionally A in the PT. All right, so I'm checking to see what we did for enumeration here. So we did just get info. Let's go run that real quick. Oh, we need the domain. Yeah. I don't know if it needs the FQD in or not. Did it die on me? Did I kill Cobalt Strike? Been playing the new Elden Ring DLC. Nice. Has it been fun? I never got into Elden Ring. It looked like it was fun, though. I think we did actually create something to decode the network account credentials. Yeah, there they are. So the NAC, we did get those. AV Slays. What's up, man? Thanks for coming online. Welcome, welcome. Had a good time. A lot of people having issues with it, saying it's too hard. That sounds like a skill issue, Glocked. They probably should run down the store and get some good. Yeah, they need to get good. Wow, you said skill issue. I did. There is such a thing as skill issue. Let me see. Let me try the SCCM crits. Let me try this run. I think here. Actually, I don't know if this works. I have to think of it. I don't know if this works from here. I don't think it works from a system shell. I think you actually have to have an administrator shell as a user. I haven't played it, so I'll just be a meme about not sympathizing with players. Right? Took me 6 hours to beat the last boss. It's not a joke, but I soloed him. Skill issue. Nice. So what was the command we actually ran here with this? We ran WMI no banner. That's it. I'm going to start playing once I finish up this apprenticeship report. Nice. It's been a week like SpongeBob. I don't need it. I know. I've been missing playing some video games. That was why I was actually happy I took Thursday night off for Salty's birthday and got to go just play some Fortnite. Even though Fortnite is not my favorite game, it's a fun game to play with friends. So we did have a good time, especially like playing the custom gun game that one of our guys named Shadow set up. And he's crazy with how he sets those games up. We actually banned him when we were playing Call of Duty from... We banned him from making gun game custom mods, or custom maps, because he would make them so insane. Like, if you got a kill, you'd advance to the next gun, right? And after you completed all the guns then you would win the match. But if you died, it would set you back a gun. If you died from melee, it would set you back 4 guns or something like that. See, did it actually give us the credentials here? Yeah, there we are. Yep. Nice. This is cool though, because then if we steal these credentials, then we can impersonate the SCCM account and get access to the domain controller. Actually, I want to try something real quick. Let's do a make token real fast. Let's make a token with this. I want to see something. So we do make token, and it's going to be, I think, cyberrobotic.io /SCCM_SVC, and the password is cyberb0tick. All right, we're going to do a sanity check. We're going to say, could we connect to dc1.cyberrobotic.io C share? We can? Okay. So now, I want to run something real quick. I think it was the GPO. Get details? No. Get privs, get system, get UID. No. What did I call that damn thing for domain shares? Find domain shares. There we go. Actually, I think I want to rename this. Rather than find, I'm going to call this get. And the reason I'm going to do that is because we have several other commands we've named get underscore. And so that will help us kind of remember where these are. So let's do get domain shares. Oh wait, I don't think we actually did. We do the? Damn it, I want to do it here. Get domain shares. And actually, I want to go rename it too because that should be a lowercase d. Because I never name it like that. Oh, damn it, we gotta import power view. Kerberos or AS Red? I know what you're asking. Power views for nerds. I am a nerd. Let me see, how did we specify this? And
Bullshit, I can't hear you. Sound off like you got a pair.
now falling for it, stealth. Can we specify the domain? Computer domain. So let's find all in the current one. Check share access. Check so we have access to it. Computer name, specify an array of one or more hosts to enumerate, check domain, specify a domain to query for computers, defaults to the current domain. Okay, so I think we add computer domain to this. Damn it. Crashed on me. I knew I should not have installed the new NVIDIA driver. So one thing we could do here is we could actually add an optional parameter to this. So let's do that real quick. Because what we can do here is we can make a usage for this. So we'll say the usage is get domain shares. And then what we'll do is anything we put in square brackets is required, but anything we put in parentheses is an optional. So we can do domain here. And what's it expecting? The FQDN? Doesn't say. All right, we'll test it. So what we can do here is we'll do size. It's just going to equal the size of our arguments array. And then we'll do an if else here. So if $size is equal to 1, then we do this. Next, we're going to copy this line right here, drop it in here. Got out. Okay, and then we're going to do. Shit, what was the command? It is computer domain. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to append. Call this domain. That's going to equal @ underscore. And it's going to be just $domain. There we go. So basically what's going to check is if we didn't pass any parameters, it's going to be, the argument array is going to be size 1. And if there's more than 1, then it's going to parse out, it's going to assume that first parameter passed, it's going to be the domain. Just going to do this. Okay. Actually, I want to see if size is equal. And I just realized I only put a single equal, so I got to put a double equals. There we go. And then the last thing would be, we'll go ahead and throw an error in here. Beacon $1 message. Okay. Parameters. There we go. That should work. So if we don't pass any parameters, it's just going to run the default command. If we do pass in a parameter, we're going to assume that the one parameter passed is going to be the domain. We're going to concatenate that and then run it. And if we pass in too many parameters, we're going to say it's invalid. Okay. Let's go try this. So we'll do, I'm going to try it first with just get domain shares. Oh, I changed it to lowercase d. Just like me, it's got a little d. I've never used Power View for post exploitation. This is actually the first time I've used it, really. Did it not run? All right, let's try the domain. Let's try cyberbotic.io. See what happens. Hey, cool. So it did actually accept that, and we now are running TAC check share access, TAC computer domain. Except we're getting nothing back. Let me go try running this from. Let's go try running this from bfarmer. So get shares. Because he should come back with some stuff. Might be because we're running it from that system beacon. Okay, cool. So we got that stuff back. Now if we put in cyberbotic.io. Okay, so nothing came back from that one. I'm not actually terribly surprised we got nothing back from this second one here. Because even though we're impersonating SCCM, let me try to specify this. dev.cyberbotic.io. Oh, wait. Did it just finally return? Holy shit. Wait a second. Wait a second. Yeah, that was slow. That's so weird. Name type remark. I thought we had more data coming back from this. Maybe I'm mistaken. Yeah, we should have name type remark computer name. I think I need to readjust this. I think rather than the remark, we probably want to have name type computer name remark. Because if the remark gets cut off, I don't give a damn. But what happened here, I see the difference. Because we were running this with the SCCM token, right? So we should have been able to check what does SCCM service have access to share-wise on the cyberbotic domain, the parent domain, right? But for some reason, it looks like remark and computer name kind of got jacked up. But actually, come to think of it, interesting though that we're getting this back. Like all this stuff is coming back, but it's not telling us what. It's not telling us where it's coming from. Interesting. Fascinating. Do we have any jobs still running? No? Okay. So weird. All right. I'm not going to stress over that because I think that's an edge case here for a lot of things. But I am going to go ahead and rev to sale. I mean, this stuff is expected. This actually wanted to see, hey, could we, as that service account, can we access like some of these hidden shares that are over here? So the local NAA is the stuff we've got on disk. From here, I don't think we can do. Let me try something real quick. Let's do. I don't have an alias for sharp SCCM. So let me copy this real quick. So we run this from here. And there's another command here called get NAA. And what this is, it copies the request a copy of the policy directly from SCCM. Oh, look at that. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Not what I was expecting. Alright, cool. I wonder if we should make a copy of that. Who's that? AJ Was. Thanks for coming online, man. Welcome, welcome. Alright, let's see, because I think, so we have our basic get info command for like enumeration. We have our get NAA creds. This is loading it from local. So one thing we could do is actually just expand this one, and we could say local or server. Yeah, let's do that actually. Let's do this. We're going to add in a usage here. I think after we expand out this function, we'll probably call it a night, but let's. So then we're going to have one option here. We can say local or server. And that's pretty much it. That's the only option we need right there. So let's do a quick check here. So we'll define the size parameter again. So that's the size of our arguments array. Boom. And then after we get this, we can do another if check. So if else here. So that else is if the size of the array is equal to 2. Then... Wait, hold on. Should it be equal to 2? Yes. So all this stuff is going to come up here. And we're going to indent this. Because then what we're going to do is we're going to check, is the beacon an administrative beacon? And then we need to do one other check here. We need to check to see what is... We'll call this arg. So arg's going to be the... What's that going to be? It's going to be the second element. Actually, it'd be the first element. Because we call the 0 one the 0 element. So this could be the index 1 element in here. And then we'll see, okay, does it match this thing? And then this right here could actually just be copied. Right there. Didn't want to do that. There we go. All right, so let's check this real quick. So we're saying if it's an admin, then we need one more if check right here. And then actually this execute assembly is going to move down outside all these checks right here. We can just use it the one time. Oh, all right. This is going to help us actually quite a bit because we have two equally likely scenarios, right? We can either just pull it from the local disk or we can request it from the policy. And then either one gave us, I mean, this key piece of information where this is the service account's password. I mean, that's a key piece of info. I think calling it Security Configuration Manager might be a bit of a misnomer. Yeah, we need, actually, yes. I need to do one more if statement here. So, I'm just going to do straight if, and we're going to put this up here. So this is going to be if our option is equal to local in here. In fact, I'm going to change this. This is going to be source. Yeah, well, I did not tell you to tab complete that. Ah, crap. What is it? Is it ismatch? Is that it? There we go. I don't remember what actual syntax we use for that. Here. There we are. All right, so this is going to be, instead of number 5, though, this is going to be $source. And so if it equals, it's going to be equal to local. We'll have this. We'll do else if. And then the second if is going to be if it's equal to server. And then we'll change our args command right here. Be real simple. Then instead of all of this stuff, it's just going to be get NAA with no banner. So get in. Network. And NAA, by the way, is our network access account credentials. That's what we're getting. And then we need one more else statement to close this sucker out, which is going to be the same thing here. Boom. There we go. Awesome. So what should happen here is we're going to check the size of the input array, and then we're going to define what the source is. Actually, I'm going to take this down one scope line here. Because if the size is not equal to 2, we don't have to worry about the rest of the shit here. So checks to make sure we passed in an appropriate number of variables. If it does, then we're going to assume that that variable is going to be the source string. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to check if it's running as administrator. This is saying it must be run as... Oh, actually, we need to change our thing right here. This should not say that. This should say invalid parameters. Because that means we passed in an invalid number of arguments. So invalid parameters. This one... Let me actually back this one out a little bit because the formatting is messing with it. There we go. So this one, if it's running as admin, then bam, we must be running as admin. And if the source is match or local, then we're gonna say unknown arg. And then what we'll do is we'll string concat in the source right here. Cool. So because this one right here is checking, does it match local or does it match server? And if it doesn't match either one, then we're gonna say invalid unknown argument. And then this one errors out if we're not running as an administrator. We had to have run it as administrator. And then this one errors out if we don't pass it the correct number of parameters. Perfect. You snooze the ads real quick. We're almost done for tonight. We're going to check this. After we verify that this function's working, that's what I'm going to call it for tonight. So let's save our little attack script and reload it into the Cobalt Strike console. All right, we got our new little attack script loaded in there. Yes, sir. All right, cool. So invalid parameters. I say foo, bar, baz, biatch. Invalid parameters. Perfect. And if I say foo, unknown argument foo. And what if I say local? Oh, things are happening. Boom. So local worked, and then let's try the server variety. So far it seems to be working, because Sharp SCCM is kind of a chonky boy. Last thing I want to check is the help command. Just make sure the help looks decent. Ah, I'm missing a line return. Son of a bitch. I'll move those over. There we go. All right, cool. Let me go upload this up to our GitHub. Commit. Lots of changes. Read the diff. Committed. Bam. There we go. Awesome. So there's a copy of the GitHub, this particular script in the GitHub repo. If anybody wants to take a look at it. But I think that's where we're going to wrap up for tonight. Let me go ahead and shut down the lab because I've forgotten to, and I have burned more lab hours than I care about because I haven't turned it off. Let's go and stop the lab, and let's go find somebody to raid out to. Let's check InfoSec streams. What do we owe knowing here? What'd I do, laughing? I already turned the lab off. What? Tell me. Oh, leaving the lab up in the past? Yeah. It was funny, especially like whenever it was getting low on lab time. What's funny is, a lot of people order these flatbreads because they think it's going to like, oh, it's got to be lower carb. Nah, it's not. I used to make that mistake at Subway all the time. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to get it on flatbread. Build our community engagement tool. Interesting. I have no idea what they're working on. Let's go see what else is going on. Let's go over to... Let's see who's on Science and Tech right now. If anybody has suggestions on the Twitch side who we can raid out to, please feel free to throw them in there. I don't know what that is. Probably just repeat video. That's the Falcon 9 launch. Not really doing anything super awesome. Let me check something real quick here. Yeah, Vash is the only one that I got on my saved list that's online right now. I have no idea what that is. I'm scared to click on it. Alert box goes burr. Here's what she's working on. Okay, literally just like coding the Twitch API. Interesting, but not super interesting. Lots of people learning Godot. Yeah, I know it's supposed to be pronounced Godot. I don't care. What is this guy doing? Low-level coding and RTP. Ooh, interesting. Let's see what he was doing. Interesting. I'm going to keep him as backup. You guys making a Twitch bot. And we need some more late night InfoSec streamers. We really do. Go check and see what Bash is working on. I think she's just chatting right now. Yeah, just chatting at the moment. Don't know who the hell to go read out to. Let's check and see what ASMR programming's up to. Just coding with a mechanical keyboard. I wish there was somebody we could raid out to that was worth the damn. Oh, well, let me snooze the ads again. We're done with ads for tonight. Oh, you know, Moist Critical's on. I never actually watched his stuff. I just know he's very popular. Yeah, we'll go raid him just because I know a lot of y'all have been playing Elden Ring. It's late. His streams, from what I've heard, are pretty chill. So yeah, we'll give him a raid out. Not like he really needs it, but we'll do it. Something interesting that probably could be watched passively. So Moist. Laughing, keep it in your pants. Or don't. You know what? You're at home by yourself. Just saying. Alright, let me go ahead and set up the raid. Alright, everyone. I hope y'all have a fantastic week. Remember, tomorrow's Monday. I'm not your real dad. Yeah. You know of. Shit. I forgot what I was saying. That's right. Everyone, hope you'll have a badass Monday. Remember, don't have a kiss on the Mondays. Just get in there and hit that bitch like it owes you money. You know what? I just go out there, set the pace, crush your week. You got this. I have faith in you. So let me go ahead and set up Moist Critical. We're going to start the raid out. Okay. We are set. Everyone, take care. I just want y'all to know one thing. I love you. Peace.